DeAndre.
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 The one and only.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Can't lie that the NPC trend has become one of the more popular trends on the internet in a long time, right? More popular than anything I can remember. It has all been thanks to TikToker known as Pinky Doll. Those of you who don't know who Pinky Doll is a pretty big TikToker who made quite a name for herself this year with her NPC behaviors on TikTok, right? And for those of you that don't know what an NPC is basically a non-playable character in a video game that essentially kind of does the same things, has the same animations, you know, pretty much doesn't really deviate from whatever they were programmed to do. It's a built-in program within a video game, a built-in character that just does the same shit, has the same sayings, doesn't really deviate, right? And so Pinky Doll made it popular to kind of make that and turn that into a trend. And essentially she does that for a living. Recently she came out and said that she makes upwards of about $7,000 a day plus doing this NPC trend. And she set the tone for a lot of people who have done, you know, who are currently doing this NPC shit, you know, and she has continued to reach a large amount of dollars, a large amount of coins from saying the same thing over and over and over again on her TikTok streams. Why am I bringing up Pinky Doll, right? Why do we even care about this, right? Well, the reason why I bring it up is because she presented at the 2023 Streamy Awards that happened on August 27th, right? 2 days before my birthday. You know, a lot of people were surprised at the fact that she appeared darker in person, extremely darker in person than she does in her regular TikTok streams, right? In her TikTok streams, a lot of people thought that she was, you know, this light-skinned woman that happened to, you know, be doing this NPC shit, right? Only to see her in real life and she looks almost nothing like how she presents herself online.
We are so happy to be here tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream so good. Gang, gang.
Well, I think that means we should announce the nominees for Streamer of the Year.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Now, if you've seen Pinky Doll's NPC stream, you know, then you know that in those live streams, she looks about 5 to 7 shades lighter, maybe even more than she does here in that clip that I just showed you. A lot of people were kind of surprised that she was a lot darker in person, or, you know, she was a lot different in person. Now, a lot of people apparently know that she heavily filters her videos. You know, obviously with something like this, there's going to be the aspect of race, right? She presents herself to be this light-skinned woman on TikTok, but then you see her in person and she looks nothing like that. Besides the obvious on that, a lot of her fans, you know, once they got over the initial shock of it, they honestly came to her defense, right? And they commented on how just naturally pretty she is, and they, you know, did that and praised that instead of focusing on the obvious differences. One fan basically said she's absolutely gorgeous, and another one agreed and said honestly she should just take the filter off and just kind of do her streams that way. She's already pretty enough. She doesn't need to filter her streams like that. I was definitely one of those people that was supremely shocked by the fact that she looked different in her streams. None of it is a bad thing, right? I think the people that are being intentionally mean and disgusting and saying all kind of crazy stupid shit, some might be racist about it, you know, those people are just idiots, right? Like, it's not a bad thing, right? This isn't a bad thing. I think that really it's just the overall shock of the fact that a lot of people pictured her to look one way and then in reality she looks completely different. That's really the big shock of it. Now, this has been going on and been talked about ever since the Streamy Awards. Honestly, I can understand why, right? Like Pinky Doll, she, has garnered millions of fans as her TikTok followers kind of went up. I think even past like 1.1 million followers. So, she's become a pretty big name on TikTok pretty quickly. The fact that a lot of people were just shocked at how she looked, obviously it trended, right? And a lot of people were talking about it, and it just kind of made news around social media. It hit a bunch of different blog sites like the Shade Room and some other sites out there. So people were talking about this. My thing is this: I may hate the NPC trend just like anybody else, but at the end of the day, is this the first time that somebody has looked one way online and looked completely different in reality? Absolutely not. Have you ever heard of a show called Catfish? It's literally that. That's the whole purpose of the show, is that someone does not look like how they present themselves online. That's the whole goddamn point of the show. It happens all the time. Not to really kind of get into like, a race war or anything like that, but obviously something like that is going to come up with a topic like this, right? And some people were saying that, the fact that TikTok tends to favor people of lighter complexion, I'll say that. A lot of people that may be upset about the fact that she's a lot darker than she portrayed herself. A lot of people are just in support of the fact that she played a part that garnered her the success that it did, right? It gave her the platform that it did. They're in support of that. A lot of people have been very supportive of her up to this point and still are, right? In fact, this whole expose, if you will, not really, because she went out there knowing that people were most likely not going to really recognize her, or maybe they would recognize her, but maybe the people in the room did, but the mass majority of people did not know, right? And so she knew that that was going to happen when she got up on stage and presented the award at the Streamy Awards. So she knew what was going to happen. She knew the backlash. So, she knew what could potentially come about, right? And she didn't care. And that's fine. That's great for her. I'm in full support, right? Like, I may not be in support of the NPC shit, but I'm in support of her. Right. And I love the fact that she's doing her thing. She's mad successful. More power to her. I just kind of want to give my 2 cents on this whole thing. The people that are upset that she's, darker skin, more brown skin, you need to seek some help, right? Like, actually, you need an actual therapist or a psychologist to evaluate you. The thing is, if you chose to sponsor her or, engage with her because you thought she was, because of her skin tone or because of her complexion, that says more about you than it does her. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It just makes you even more of a weirdo. It is what it is, right? A lot of people claim that she played TikTok and that she did what she had to do in order to get what she has now as far as the success and followership and all of that. You could say it how you want to say it, right? There's also a such thing as lighting, right? And the fact that she edits her videos, right? She's not the only creator, to edit her videos, right? Like, that's literally what our job as content creators is 95% of the time, is editing content. The fact that she, filters and edits and does all that kind of stuff, man, it's a part of it, right? But now that a lot of people know what she actually truly looks like, I don't really think that anything's gonna really come of this, right? As far as negative wise, I mean, she may lose a few followers here and there, but does she really give a fuck? No. Now, the fact that, Pinky Doll is easily one of the most recognizable faces on TikTok as of this year, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that's on TikTok that hasn't seen her, right? She's always rocking the blonde wig and doing this NPC shit, and people pay to see her do it, right? Like, she's clearly very good at this thing. People like seeing her. Ever since the Streamy Awards, people have really been saying that she, is catfishing to present herself as this light-skinned, chick to the NPC community, right? So essentially she is catfishing as far as her race is concerned, right? And there's the other side, which is her supporters mostly, that are saying that she's pretty much a marketing genius for presenting herself lighter on social media to appeal to the colorism that takes place worldwide. It really kind of brings about a a deeper conversation than just Pinky Doll coming across as a different color or coming across as looking differently, right? There's a whole bigger discussion that needs to be had here, especially on topic of social media and, you know, TikTok, and not even just TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, right? Like all these different social media, Twitter. When a lot of, you know, people I do see on YouTube, you know, kind of talk about this topic of colorism in the content creator space, and how if you are lighter, you know, it does help you as far as your engagement, as far as your watch time, as far as, you know, the amount of followers you get, the amount of likes, you know, all of that stuff plays a part if you are light skinned, right? If you have a lighter complexion to you, right? I have heard that, and you know, I can't say that it's right or wrong, but what I can say is that a lot of people feel that way, and that is really the bigger discussion that is to be had with this whole Pinky Doll reveal. It is really 50-50, right? Like there's some people that really think she's a weirdo for catfishing and just trying to appear biracial on social media, you know, and just kind of catfishing for a check. And then there are other people who fully support her and support everything that she's done, because really she's not doing anything wrong, right? Like she's not breaking any laws, doing this NPC shit. She's not doing anything wrong. She's breaking no rules. Now you may not like the content, but that's, you know, more of a personal thing. As far as, you know, on a mass scale, what is she really doing wrong? Absolutely nothing. She's hopping on a wave. She is, you know, really good at it, and people support her doing it, you know. But I think that is the reason why a lot of people may feel betrayed by the fact that she looks a lot differently. And I think a lot of that comes down to the whole this parasocial, you know, relationship that people have with content creators. You know, there's the aspect of colorism, plus that whole dynamic that happens between viewer and content creator. A lot of people praise Pinky Doll's natural appearance. I'm one of them. I think she looks good. I don't, you know, see a need for her to heavily filter her videos, but she's doing it because she purposely understands that, or she feels that the lighter you are, the better your platform will be, or the more profitable your platform will be in the long run. More power to her is all I can say, man. But I just kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on this, because, you know, I just hear a lot of different takes on this, and I'm really just kind of wanted to throw my hat in the fire and, you know, just kind of speak on it a little bit. But anyway, man, that's really going to do it for this video. So peace out, man.